What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the Chrome Delete kit. So let's hop inside and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so Miso has had this product out for a while now, but he just recently came out with the new climate control rings, and we have been waiting for them for a while now to do this video and do the install in one video. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So let's jump into the install. Alright, so first we are going to be starting with the vent ring replacement kit. So this kit here is going to be replacing this vent, this one, and then of course that one all the way at the end. We're going to start with this one just because it's the easiest, and these are super easy to come off. So first of all, we're just going to grab this side and just pull it straight out just like that, and then come over here and do the same. And then this thing literally just comes out like this, and these things are held in by little red clips all around this piece. We'll set that down. Next, we are going to be taking the left side out. We're going to do the exact same thing. Once you have it loose, you're going to want to work your way around the steering column. Let's see if we drop this down a little bit. You just kind of got to wiggle it slowly out, and then this whole thing comes off just like that. Alright, the next one is going to be on the passenger side. We will need a little pick tool. If you guys don't have one of these, you should just get one because they come in really handy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start on top and then just apply a little bit of pressure, and we'll get it moved out slowly. So we are basically looking for these tabs right here. And then it'll come out just like that, very slowly. Don't want to break anything or damage the plastic around it. Once you get it kind of cracked like that, you should be able to use your fingers, and then out comes this. So we'll take this out too, just because we will be reassembling it before we actually pop it back in. So if it does come off like the way ours did, just make sure you bring it with you. Okay, so now that we have all the pieces out, and this one popped out while we took it out, so that's gonna speed it up a little bit, especially with that one. So next we will need the pick tool again. We will need a pair of dikes, which we'll grab in a little bit, but we're going to start off with the far left one on with the cluster piece. Flip it over. On the back side here, there are going to be little tabs right here, 3 of them. Basically you just have to push it out a little bit, pry it out, and lift up. And then we just had to lift 2 up, and then that one, third one just came out. But if yours does not, do all 3, and then this piece, the vent piece, will come out. We're going to do that to the middle one. Pry that one out. That one. Okay, so there's those 2, and I'm not sure if it matters, but if you take that one out of that one, just make sure you set it with each other. Okay, and then it's okay if this piece falls out of here because it just goes in there like that. Okay, all right, and then of course that one already fell out. All right, so next we'll need a pair of dikes. we're going to be cutting off these little plastic pieces. On ours it's like a greenish color, but we'll go ahead and snip that off because on the new one we won't be needing it, so it doesn't matter how cleanly you cut it. Push it through, and as you can see there, we got that loose. Okay, and the chrome ring is out, so that's what it's going to look like. And this is the front side with no ring, and we're going to do the same to these other ones here. Okay, so we got all 4 rings out. Next we're going to be opening the new one, and then these come in a variety of colors, so depending on what you're trying to do with your truck, you can either color match it to your truck, or if you're going to do what we're doing, which is kind of just making it stealth and not so like in your face colors, then this is what you want to do. So we went with the MGM instead of the black, just because I feel like the black might be a little bit too much, and the MGM is just slightly lighter. So here's the difference here. Obviously the color is a little bit different, and then these, I'm not sure if you can see, it has a little bit of design in them to make it look a little bit more rugged. So we'll get these installed right now. So remember, we got these ones paired up with each other so don't get them mixed up. I'm not sure if it matters, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we're gonna get this one back in here. So on the back of them, they do have the arrows and they have numbers to show you which way is which. Okay, so once you pushed in all the sides, just make sure it's properly seated. And I'm not sure if you can tell in the video, but you can definitely tell in person. So this is black, and that is like a slightly darker color, which is what we wanted. We didn't really want just all blacked out. So this looks good because it kind of matches this a little bit. But yeah, once you have that on, flip it back over. We're going to be putting this piece back, and this piece just literally pops on there, and those 3 tabs that we took off will just grab onto the pieces that align with it. Alright, so once you have those lined up, we'll just push it down. As you heard there, we'll just clip into place just like that, and that thing is not going anywhere. And then just make sure that this thing is fully functional, everything works. So there's one side. Next, we're going to be working on the center one. This is the one that's going to be number 2 that needs to face up. This is the only one that's different than all the other ones, and you can kind of see why. So if you look here, those holes that we need to go in, the second one is the only one that's not perfectly centered. So this is the third one, is perfectly centered, and then the first one and the last one will be as well. So the second one, we're going to align it with that tab right there. Push it down. And it's a super tight fit, and that's good because you don't want it going anywhere or rattling, especially when you go off-road. Okay, that one's fully engaged. Next one, this one's got the third one, so again 1, 3, and 4. So I'll put my finger there just so I know. Line it up with the holes. Push it all into place. Okay. The last one, since it doesn't have like a whole housing to tell you which way is up, if you flip it over, there are arrows that are pointing up, and it's the only arrows. There's 2 of them, so just make sure that your arrow on the back of the new vent rings will match with that. So this is the top where I put my finger. So flip that over, line it up, push it all down. And then once I have these installed, you kind of see why I chose to do MGM versus the black or one of the other colors. Once we have all that on, we need to install our vents back. So flip over, we'll start with the far left side, and we are looking for those 3 tabs again. We just need to line it up and push it down. Okay, once that is on, you're pretty much done. Do the same to the next one. Drop that in there, and it should go in really easy. Don't try to force it. If you're forcing it, you're probably having it in the wrong spot. Now that we have everything assembled, the chrome is gone, we are going to take all these pieces, go inside. We'll go ahead and start with the passenger side. Well, you can really just start anywhere you'd like. So we'll start here and figure out how it's lined up here. So this one has a tab on the very top, okay, and I believe it's marked with this yellow one. Yep, and you can still see the 2 arrows that are in there. So just line that one up right there with the yellow tab, and then just push it back into place. Oh yeah, just make sure everything still works. Okay, next we are gonna do the far left one, the one that goes around the cluster. So we'll grab that, we're gonna tilt it up just like that, feed it in, and then we will bring this side down just a little bit, and then just kind of bend this one, flex it a little bit, and then just slowly work your way around. Once we have this lined up, we are gonna just push it into place. Everything looks like it's lined up. All the holes are lining up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and push everything in. You hear all those little red clips pop into place. There we go. Making sure this still works, which it does. And that looks so much better. Next, we are going to be working on these rings down here. So the 2 that are going to be here and here, and then these ones here. Okay, to take this off, you're going to need to pull this side out, and then along with this one. So we'll just grab that, pull it out slowly. You'll feel it pop. This spot on this side over here, we will need to pull this part out. Just stick your hand through here. All right, next one, before we install this piece, we do need to do these ones down here. So that's why we're not installing that one just yet. So we're going to be replacing these climate rings along with the four-wheel drive switch and the start switch. So in order to do that, we are going to need to remove these 4 bolts, which is just a 10 mil. Okay, I'm just going to drop those in the cup holder. And then the next, we are going to need to pop this out. We do need to pop this one as well, which is right next to it. Just get your hand right in there and then just tug it straight forward or towards you. And then it is just being held on by that little red clip. Okay, next put your finger in here, just tug it. It comes off super easy. Okay, we just need to lift the radio just slightly so we can get this part underneath. So we don't actually need to take that whole thing off. Okay, and then we just need to unplug everything. Yeah, none of them are the same, so you won't get them mixed up. Once you have this, we'll go ahead and take it outside. Once we are here, depending on which package you have, you either have this here, this display, which is a dual climate zone. If you don't have that, then you will just have the regular manual climate controllers. Okay, now we're going to be working on the climate rings and the chrome delete kit. So we got 2 rings in here that we need to work on with this piece, and then the 2 other ones will be on the center console that we'll take out later. But since we're doing the rings, I'll do them all at once. Okay, so first we're going to be taking out these ones using a pry tool. We'll just get right underneath there and then just push it up. Okay, that one was actually way tighter than I expected, but basically just get right underneath there and just pull it right up. It'll come out like that. Don't worry about damaging this one if you do scratch it with the pry tool, because you are going to be replacing it. We'll go ahead and do that with all of them. 2, the other one's way over there. We're going to open new vent rings. And the reason why I'm replacing this is that way these all match, because they are right next to each other. And I kind of understand why they did these chrome and then these a different color, but we are wanting them to all match. So grab the new ones, we'll drop them in there and then pop them into place. You'll hear it click, and already that looks way better. So this is the other one. Okay, this is more stealth and that's more silver. So depending on what you want to do, again, you can do it red, you can do it, cement gray, whatever your color of your truck is. So we get it right in there, push it down, and you just need to spin it to make sure that you're lined up with those grooves. Okay, now that they're all in, they all still turn, work perfectly. Oh yeah, I like that so much better already. Okay, next we're going to be working on these 2 here. There's this 2 tabs. You're going to push it down and then give it some downward pressure just to get it to go out the other side. Okay, and then you can just push it out. Same for the other one. 2 tabs. Just push it down with your finger as you're releasing those tabs. Once you have those out, this is what it'll look like. First, we will do the start button here. We'll grab our pry tool, just pry from right underneath. It'll just pop off just like that. Super easy. Match it up. The start button is going to be the lower one. Okay, put it on here. So on the back of the new ring is going to have a mark. It's going to be marking the very top, which is 12 o'clock. So looking at your start button, this here is going to be your 12 o'clock. So just line that up and then you will push it into place. Oh yeah, so much better. Okay, once you have it on, just make sure that it's all the way seated. Next is going to be the 4-wheel drive switch. Flip it over. We're going to need Phillips. There's 2 little silver screws we'll need to take out. Once you have those off, pull it straight off. And then there's going to be a chip that we'll need to wiggle out. Okay, just put it there so that you know exactly where it's at. So here we'll pull this off, and I'm gonna pretty much just lay everything out in the same orientation, so that way when I know this is on top, that everything is put back correctly. Okay, so down in there is gonna be another Phillips screw. So we're gonna hold the center over here and take that screw out. Okay, this piece will come off. Once again, put that in the same orientation, and then the front button will come off. Okay, so again, this is pointing up, so I'm going to leave that pointing up. Everything here is pointing up. Okay, Next, we are going to be removing this ring here. We'll need a flathead. So down in here, there's two little tabs that are holding that chrome piece in. So we just need to get in there, wiggle it, tab on the back, that way it doesn't try to go back in. Once you're there, just pull that apart. Okay, set that to the side. I'll grab the new one. Pretty much putting those little squares into the tabs that we were trying to get out with the flathead. Okay, and then we're just clipping into place like that. So if you have everything organized and exactly the way you pulled it out, there's really no need to remember how it went in. Okay, put the two screws back on. Make sure this still works, which it does. And then we'll slide it back here. Okay, that'll clip into place. Slide that one in. That clips into place. And then now all these buttons and the rings match. So we were actually waiting for a while for this for a reason, because Miso came out with these buttons at different times, but we wanted to do it one complete video, so we waited until all these came out. I'll come back in here and replug everything. And then again, all these little red tabs, we just need to line up with their coexisting holes, and then just pop them in. We'll put these bolts that we took out back in. Alright, so with the centerpiece here, we'll feed it right here, line everything up, and then just pop them in. And already that just looks so much better, that everything matches. Everything works properly. Now that we have all that done, the next one and last one is going to be this one chrome piece around the cup holder and then the shift knob. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this straight up. Okay, just like that. I just grab right here and then just grab a good spot and just pull it up. Okay, next we're going to slide this chrome piece down. It just pops down like that, just with some pressure. Twist your shift knob to the left, and then we'll just spin this off. Okay, and then we'll just pull this forward. Okay, so before you pull this off, there is a connector that we need to unplug over here. So that's going to be this one. Just press that button and pull that off. Okay, once you have that off, you can now move this up, pull your e-brake up, parking brake, and then we're just going to slide that all the way through. Okay, that may be a little tight when you're pulling it through for the first time, but once you get that off. Okay, so once we have this center console off, we are going to be taking a chrome piece, and then this actual piece on the shifter will do on the inside of the vehicle. Okay, we'll flip this over. I'm going to need our pick tool again. There are going to be these little chrome tabs all around the cup holder. We'll just work our way around, just prying them loose. And then on the other side, you can stick your nail under there and just give it some pressure to actually pull it out. Okay, once you have everything off, the chrome piece will come out. Then we'll grab our new piece, and then we'll just set it right on top there, and then just push it down. You hear it lock into place. We'll grab our shift knob piece and we'll take it inside here. Once you have that piece around the cup holder done, we are gonna reinstall everything here, starting with the parking brake boot. Feed parking brake through, just like that. We will reconnect that plug that we disconnected. Lining everything up, we'll just push everything back down, making sure this boot isn't caught on anything. Feed your shift rod through the shift hole, and then once you have that through, everything should line up, and then we can push everything down, lock it back into place. You set your e-brake, parking brake down, tuck most of your boot back in, and if anything's not lining up, pull it back up, line it up correctly, because this one was misaligned a little bit. Make sure there is no gap anywhere. And then next, we'll grab our shifter ring. We're gonna place it right over the chrome ring, and then we'll reinstall our shift knob. Okay, once it's tight, what we'll do, we just need to lift this boot up. That will lock into place, and then that piece will cover all the chrome, and then you won't see any chrome. So now we are done. No more chrome here, everything matches. And then once again, if you guys want to do like red or color match to your truck, you can definitely do so. I just wanted to do something that was a little more subtle, so I did a gray, the MGM gray, instead of the cement color. But now everything matches and everything looks so much better. But the last thing that Miso Customs is coming out with is going to be these door handles here. So this is almost the last chrome piece that is inside the car, but he is going to be coming out with these door handles that's going to be black. He might have color match as well, but we'll probably get the black one just because we want it to be less noticeable. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys liked it, give us a thumbs up. I will have everything down in the description below, but that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.